What if everything you thought you knew about the universe's origin was a choice between two equally mind-bending possibilities? Right now, you're standing in the middle of the most intricate puzzle ever conceived. From the atom vibrating in your fingertip to the galaxy spinning 2.5 million light-years away, everything operates with stunning, almost eerie precision. So here's the question that's kept philosophers and scientists up at night for centuries. Is this breathtaking complexity proof of a divine architect who set everything in motion? Or is it just the universe's most spectacular roll of the dice? Today, we're diving deep into one of humanity's oldest debates, and I guarantee you'll never look at the stars the same way again. Let's start with something that should absolutely blow your mind. You shouldn't exist. Earth sits in what scientists call the Goldilocks Zone, not too hot, not too cold, but just right for liquid water and life. Move us just 5% closer to the sun, we'd roast like Venus. 15% farther away, we'd freeze like Mars. But it gets crazier. The fundamental constants of the universe, things like gravity's strength, the electromagnetic force, the mass of an electron, these numbers have to be so precisely tuned that if you changed them by even a fraction of a percent, atoms couldn't form, stars couldn't ignite, chemistry wouldn't exist. You, me, this video, impossible. Take the atom. 4 fundamental forces work in perfect harmony to hold protons and neutrons together in the nucleus, while electrons orbit at just the right distance. If the strong nuclear force was slightly weaker, no atomic nuclei. Slightly stronger, hydrogen wouldn't exist, which means no stars, no water, no organic chemistry. Zoom out to the cosmic scale. Galaxies aren't just random blobs of stars scattered through space. They're elegant structures, spirals, ellipticals, barred spirals, each containing hundreds of billions of stars performing a gravitational ballet that's lasted for billions of years. The precision is unsettling. So how do we explain this? Option 1. It's all just luck. Now I know what you're thinking, the odds of that are astronomical. And you're right. The probability of all these constants aligning perfectly by chance has been calculated at around 1 in 10 to the power of 120. That's a 1 with 120 zeros after it. To put that in perspective, there are only about 10 to the 80th atoms in the observable universe. These odds are so absurdly low that calling them astronomical is actually insulting to astronomy. But here's where it gets interesting. What if our universe isn't the only one? Enter the multiverse theory. Imagine infinite universes, each with randomly assigned physical constants. In most of them, nothing interesting happens. No stars, no planets, no life. But with infinite universes, eventually you'll get one where everything lines up perfectly. And we're in that one, obviously because we're here to observe it. It's called the anthropic principle. We observe a life-friendly universe not because it was designed for us, but because we could only exist in a universe capable of producing observers. It's selection bias on a cosmic scale. Plus, here's a curveball. The universe isn't actually that orderly. Ever heard of entropy? It's the second law of thermodynamics. The universe constantly trends toward disorder. Stars burn out, galaxies collide, black holes devour everything. Eventually, the cosmos marches toward heat death, a state of maximum entropy where nothing interesting can happen anymore. So maybe the order we see is temporary, a fleeting moment of complexity in a universe fundamentally governed by chaos. But there's another possibility that's fascinated thinkers for centuries: deism. The 18th century philosopher William Paley proposed the watchmaker analogy. If you found a watch lying in a field, you wouldn't assume it randomly assembled itself. You'd know someone designed it. Deists look at the universe the same way: the complexity, the precision, the universal laws that operate with clockwork consistency. It all points to a grand architect, someone or something that set the cosmic dominoes in motion with such exquisite care that billions of years later, the universe still operates by those initial rules. Think about it. Why do we have universal laws at all? Why does gravity work the same way in every galaxy? Why is the speed of light constant? Why can we predict planetary orbits with mathematical precision? From a deist perspective, these aren't coincidences. They're evidence of intentional design, a master blueprint. And then there's the beauty, the stunning, unnecessary, profound beauty of the cosmos. Spiral galaxies that look like Van Gogh paintings. Nebulae with colors that make you want to cry. The elegant simplicity of E equals mc squared. Why should the universe be beautiful? Natural selection doesn't care about aesthetics. Mathematical laws don't require artistry. Yet here we are, overwhelmed by cosmic wonder. Deists see this as a signature, evidence of a creative intelligence that valued elegance alongside function. But here's the crucial part. Deism's God is hands-off. This isn't about miracles or divine intervention. The architect built the machine, wound it up, and let it run according to its own internal logic. The question is simply, did someone design the rules or did the rules design themselves? Now let's throw a wrench into the whole design requires a designer argument. Evolution. Charles Darwin showed us something revolutionary. Complexity doesn't require a designer if you have enough time and the right process. Natural selection can create the most intricate biological machines imaginable, starting from embarrassingly simple beginnings. Take the human eye. It seems impossibly complex, right? Yet evolutionary biologists can trace its development from light-sensitive cells in primitive organisms through dozens of intermediate stages, each providing a survival advantage. No designer needed, just mutation, selection, and deep time. But evolution isn't even the most mind-blowing part. The universe demonstrates self-organizing principles everywhere. Snowflakes form intricate patterns following simple rules. Chemicals spontaneously arrange themselves into complex molecules. Sand dunes organize into predictable shapes. Complexity emerges from simplicity. Order arises from chaos without anyone orchestrating it. It's called emergence, when simple rules interacting over time produce outcomes far more complex than the rules themselves. Termites with simple behavioral programming build elaborate mounds with ventilation systems. Neurons following basic signaling rules create consciousness. Market economies produce sophisticated resource distribution with no central planner. So when someone says this is too complex to have happened by accident, evolution and emergence whisper back, "Watch us." The real question becomes, does the existence of natural processes that generate complexity mean there's no designer? Or did the designer simply work through elegant processes rather than magic tricks? Here's the truth we need to face. We don't know. Science has revealed astonishing things about how the universe operates, but it can't definitively answer why it operates at all. We can measure constants, but we can't explain why those specific values. We can describe emergence, but we can't prove whether someone designed the rules that allow emergence. And maybe that's not a failure of knowledge, it's the nature of the question. We're 3-pound brains made of stardust, trying to comprehend the totality of existence from one tiny blue dot. There's also this, human perception. We're pattern recognition machines. We see faces in clouds, meaning in random events, design in coincidence. Our brains evolved to find patterns because pattern recognition helped us survive. Does that mean the patterns we see in the cosmos are real, or just how we're wired to perceive things? When we look at the universe and see order, are we discovering truth or creating it? So where does this leave us? With two perspectives that both have compelling points. On one side, the universe's precision, its mathematical elegance, its breathtaking beauty, all suggesting intentional design by an architect who set cosmic laws in motion and stepped back. On the other, natural processes that generate complexity, statistical inevitabilities, and the simple fact that we only observe a universe capable of producing observers. Here's what I think is actually beautiful about this debate. It's not resolved. Despite centuries of brilliant minds tackling it, despite our telescopes and particle accelerators and supercomputers, we're still asking the same fundamental question humans have asked since we first looked up at the stars. Is the cosmos a masterpiece or an accident? A creation or a collision? Does it matter? I want to know what you think. When you look at the night sky, when you consider the odds that led to your existence, when you contemplate the mathematical laws governing reality, what story does the universe tell you? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Are you Team Divine Design, Team Cosmic Lottery, or somewhere in between? And if this video made you see the universe a little differently, smash that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the biggest questions existence has to offer. Until next time, keep looking up, the cosmos is waiting.